Family, what is going on? I hope you guys can hear me from a distance. I'm really wanting to get this nice view. I love the tree line. I love my outfit. I love myself and nature. So let's try to integrate both into this video right here that you're watching today. Welcome to the channel Standout Society. It's AAA here, and I've got a very short and simple, yet powerful and significant message for you today in this video here. So I'd like to add, before I just get into the point of the message, or before I get into what is so effective and so significant and powerful, is that, well, spoiler alert, I just shared it. This is a very effective technique, okay? I know I shared that this is a simple and a short message, yet powerful and significant. However, more than just the power, okay, and more than just the significance, this here is effective, okay? So if you want to become more efficient in life, you want to become more direct to what you want to get, then trust me, implement this here, okay? Trust me, implement this here, what I'm about to share with you, and you will watch these major, minor shifts, okay? Or these minor, major shifts. One way or another, you will watch substantial change come into your life, okay? So let's get into this message. I could timestamp it, okay, at 1 minute, 23 seconds. We're jumping into the message. Use tools, okay? Boom, that's it. Use tools, okay, and create life with those tools. Now, what I mean by this more specifically than just, create life, because this is such a vague or such a broad term, what I really mean is we must, as human beings, as people, as individuals, we must control our state, okay? What is our state? Our state is our state of being. It's our way of feeling, okay? Our state, I guess we could just say, is how we feel, okay? So we must be in control of how we feel. The reason I say the word must, because that's a very stinging word. The reason I say the word must is because if we are not in control of our state will be in control of our lives, okay? So what did I say our state was? Our state is essentially how we feel. So guys, I'll put this another way. If we are not in control of how we feel, okay, we are not in control of how we feel, then how we feel will be in control of us, will be controlling our lives, right? And unless we feel a certain way or a selected way, we don't necessarily want our feelings to control our lives. We don't want our emotions to control our lives, okay? That would mean that every time something bad happens, your life gets worse. That would mean every time that something good happens, your life gets better, but it's only temporarily, We don't want that. We don't want to be swayed from left to right or from up to down from the outside world, We want to sway the outside world up and down, left and right, based off our internal emotions that we can control, right? Because we can't control the outside world, right? I could have a tree fall down right now, and it's completely out of my control, right? And so the reason I share that is because, the tree coming down could control. I don't look. All I'm saying is focus on what we can control. Okay, what we can control is our state and how we feel. All right, but look, I'm not going to sit here or stand here and tell you that it's easy to just put ourselves into a positive state, or if we're in a super hyperactive state, then I'm not saying it's easy to just, calm ourselves down and put ourselves in a graceful, peaceful state, okay? It's a little harder than that. I mean, sure, we can, sit here, do an exercise, shut our eyes, listen to the birds, the wind in the leaves. We can take some deep breaths, focus on our breath. That is a very powerful technique, yes, and those are our internal tools. However, what I'm talking about when I say tools is I mean use something on the outside world that can definitely, and here's where the effectiveness comes in, instantly change your state, okay? One thing that I'd like to share with you guys is music, okay? Music is such a powerful tool for, bringing across a vibration or a frequency, okay? A phone carries music, and that music carries with it a vibe, okay? It carries with it an energy, okay? So if I want to control my state and become more, I'm going to say this in my case, okay? I want to become more aggressive, okay? I need to become more hyped up. I need to become more direct, strong, tough. I need to become more badass. The way of, saying it. I want to become more badass. What am I going to do? Am I going to sit here and try to hype myself up like, yeah, okay, I'm a motherfucking badass. I've done all these things. I've got all these girlfriends, all these boyfriends, whatever, whatever the case. However, we could self-talk ourselves, right? I could do that, sure, and I could amp myself up, or I could just put on a song. I don't know, like "Activated" by Manila Gray. I could put on a song by T Grizzly, or if I really want to get rallied up. This is like, I'm not meaning to shout out any names here in the industry, but if I really want to get rallied up, I'll play something like 6ix9ine and just like sticky with you with the, you know what I mean? Like just listen to some crazy ass shit. Obviously, guys, whether I like it or not, my state will be changed. Okay, and even if I don't like the song, I will literally pick up on that energy, and it could get me so mad that I don't like it. I could still be hyped up now and be like, shut the music off. It's because the music is there that I'm getting into that state, right? So simple, yet so effective, so powerful. Use tools, and music is a tool, yes. However, another very strong and effective and powerful tool here is as podcasts. Okay, so essentially, the whole point of this video here is to say use tools to change your state. I'm recommending and suggesting to use audio, whether that's music or podcasts. Okay, if we want to get in a more intellectual state, listen to a podcast about how the mind works. If we want to get into a more present state, listen to a podcast about just being, okay, about awareness, about observation, right? If we want to get into a state where we're preparing for a job interview, before a shift or a promotion, or before some sort of self-set endeavor, if we're preparing for business, let's listen to some podcasts by an entrepreneur, okay, about different principles, different fundamentals, different techniques, right? So all I'm saying here, you guys, is however we want to be, however we decide for ourselves to be, will determine ultimately how we decide our lives to be. Okay, it will determine how we choose our reality to look. Okay, because what we put out is what we get back. Okay, what we're putting out is how we're engaging with the world. It's also how the world is engaging with us. Okay, so we're gonna make sure that we are controlling our state, and our state creates our life, rather than being out of control and allowing that dysfunction to create our reality, right? We want to be selective with our experiences, with our life experiences. So I hope this video could have been valuable to you. And oh guys, I wish you could see this. I'm on my laptop here, so it's a limited scope of camera, but there's actually a deer in the field. This is why I wanted to share the view, because being connected to nature, you never know what's coming. It's so beautiful. Yeah, there's a deer in the far back field there. Actually, I think it's a deer. Maybe it's a coyote. But it sees me, definitely. It's sketched out. It's like, oh my god, is this... its whole life is like in contemplation mode right now. So you guys, one more thing that I'd like to share is a very simple analogy. We're almost hitting the 10-minute mark here. And I appreciate y'all being here to better yourselves, to better the world around you. So I value you and I see you for being here. I acknowledge that. And I send respect your way, so beautiful. So cool. Okay, you guys. So look, using tools versus not using tools is the equivalent to, at least in my perspective, going and changing the wheels on your car. I don't know. I live in Canada. We have winter, summer, so we change our wheels. But look, just like changing the wheels of your car, maybe they're worn out. It's the difference here is like changing the wheels in your car with a crowbar, like that metal bar. And you have to do each lug nut one by one. Okay, you do the jack one by one. There's probably 5 lug nuts, so you take the 5 off, put the wheel back on, put the 5 back on. There's 10 there, and then you go to the other tire, do it again, 5 off, 5 on, and then the other tire 4 times. All in all, you end up doing 40 lug nuts. Okay, versus using a tool, for example, music or a podcast audio, 10 minutes. Just using something to help amplify your state, or just to help determine your state, dictate your state, is the equivalent to taking the crossbar or that crowbar that you were using, putting it on the ground and grabbing an electric gun now, okay, and zip, lifting up the car, automatic, zip, 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 5 bolts off, put the new wheel on, zip, 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 5 bolts on, put the new wheel on. That is the equivalent. That is the changer. Do you get what I'm saying? This is the speed. This is the efficiency. This is the effort that it'll take to get the results that you want, one way or another, okay, you guys? If we don't give up and we keep going, yes, we can take the wheel off and put the wheel back on with a crowbar. Okay, yes, we can put ourselves in a place to create something that we want in life. But if we don't use the proper tools, the tools that are at our disposal, the only thing is it'll take longer and it'll be harder, okay? So, on the other side of that, if we do use the tools that are at our disposal, the appropriate tools, we'll get the same results, to be honest with you. We'll get the same results as if I sat here, closed my eyes, started breathing, listening to the sound of the trees and the birds. However, I'll just do it faster with tools, and I'll do it with less effort or more ease with tools, okay? So, simple message for today, control your state, use tools to help you get where you want to be, and appreciate your surroundings is a little bonus message for today. Appreciate where you are. You might be at a school, in an office, in a workplace. You might be in a park, on a road, in a car, I don't know. But appreciate where you're at. Look around you. All of this has been so divinely created. And if it hasn't been divinely created, like nature and all that, it's been very, let's just say, impressively articulated by man. So, if you're in a car, look at that. We built that shit. We invented that shit. So just take in where you are right now, the building that you're in, anything, and appreciate it. Feel grateful and choose how you'd like to create your state to be. You will be choosing how your life will be looking.